So this week, it was just intense. My tire bust up. And it's not only that, to be very honest, me never budget for that. I never had it put down and say, tire bus money. Who puts down money for a bus tire? Not me. So we got new chairs, right? And I said that we would transform the set and turn it into something as we progress. And so we got white chairs for those who are watching on YouTube. You see that the chairs are nice. So if you like it, comment down below. Welcome to a new episode of No NDA. And we also call it in the streets, Nanda. Studio audience, are you here with us? Oh! Guys, I want to shout out a member of the studio audience that flew all the way from the United States of America. P, my auntie, Pauline. So, big up Pauline in the comments. Just be like, big up Pauline, big up Pauline, big up Pauline. I've been really liking how you guys are following instructions. So, I think I want to keep the podcast hashtag #NondaNice. It was nice for true. So, I want to keep it. So, just want to remind you, for those of you who are new here, this is not a sad show, a bad show, a dad show, a dead out show. This is a show with fun, friends, entertainment, education, everything in between. So if you're interested, just continue watching, continue listening, and I know you're like,
Rush, where is your guest? Are you alone? Lord Jesus, it fall off. Rush fall upon hard times. Him not have nobody to come on the show. Lord have mercy.
no. What I'm doing this episode is I want to kind of lean into hot topics, talking, fun, and this is for the yappers. Because when I started YouTube, I actually used to do videos alone. And let me make you aware of a confession, like deep in my heart. All right, so when I had the big YouTube breakup, because I went through a big YouTube breakup, I used to have some friend when I do video with, and then I wasn't doing videos with them anymore. When I went through that, I was so insecure about doing videos alone, because it's one of those things where as a creator, you feel like there is power in numbers, which is true. But then I was like, Rush, as an eternal yapper, a talker for Jamaica, I could go to the talking Olympics. I have to lean into being okay by myself. And a lot of people that I follow that I really, really love, Alex Cooper, what the girl name again? Candice Owens, the next girl name, the whole of them, they sit and talk by themselves for hours and hours. So that's what we're going to do. So we have a show lined up for you guys, same way like how we usually have it with like different segments and everything, so we can get into it. By the way, for all of you who are just like, Rush, stop cutting off again. See, there's nobody to cut off. Look. It's... Rush, stop. Is cut off in the room with us? No. I'm here alone. So you can't say I cut off my guest. And then there's a next set of people now who say, can you give your guest a full time to answer? When you're on the phone with your friends, you just sit down in silence? No. And I don't go to Carmack, and I don't go to a media school. If you want media, watch TV. So, let's go now. So we have a whole heap of segments exciting ready for you. And I have to start with, what is the soundtrack of my life? Studio audience, what is the soundtrack of my life? Give me a round of applause now. This is not a round of applause. It's not a round of applause. So the soundtrack of my life right now. Okay, guys. I know I keep on coming with a gospel song, but that's just where I am in my life right now. So the soundtrack of my life this week is I almost let go. You know, you have to stop at it. Go. I felt like I just couldn't take life anymore. My problems had me what? Bone or down? My problems had. Okay, so you do what you do when you go to church. My problems had me. Depression weighed me down. But God held me close. So I wouldn't let go. So, people, that's the soundtrack of my life this week. Because if you know what I went through this week, people, I don't know if you're anybody listening from Jamaica, you understand. But if you're not from Jamaica, let me explain to you. We live in a country where the roads, they're not particularly smooth, right? So when you're driving in Jamaica, you have to know the roadway by heart. And what happened to me this week is that I was driving, minding my business, playing my music, boom, 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 boom. I said, whoa, that was boom, 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 boom. 3 more drop. I said, but wait. And then we just hear, I said, wow, the music, the DJ, I pull up the music, man. I turn down the music, I'm just hear, and if you know the car that I drive, that car doesn't make a sound. People. Tire flat. The tire bust in like 16 places. Pipe. You know what I do? I just pull over, wind up the window, book the AC, and go and listen to the music. The trauma of it all, I was just like, I just can't. So this week, it was just intense. My tire bust up. And it's not only that, to be very honest, I never budget for that. I never had it put down and say, tire bust money. Who puts down money for a bus tire? Not me. So I had to ask my mother for a little strength. I had to ask my mother for a little strength, and my mother took it to the tire shop. She got it balanced and aligned, and I got some new tires. So I almost let go, but I never let go. But that's the soundtrack of my life. And I'm just so grateful. Somebody said, what is a luxury that you have that you don't know is a luxury? Having your parents. Because I think if I had to go through this life at 31 years old, going through everything I've gone through in the last month, if I never had my mother by my side, I'd be in a river bottom. No joke. Like it's a big luxury to have a parent that cares about you and shows up for you, because a lot of people our age, not only do they have to do life alone, but a lot of them have to be taking care of their parents. And I have a mother that is taking care of me in my time of trouble. And I'm just eternally grateful because it's a big luxury. That is the riches of this world, having your mother. So, bust a blank for you. Lighter for you. Push up your hand for you. Proud of you. Sing loud for you. Yeah. All you have to do is say mama. So one more time. So bust a blank for you. Lighter for you. Put up your hand for you. Okay. Terrible, But yeah, that's the soundtrack of my life right now. And even when I think about where I am emotionally, I was saying to my friend, yo, every day bucket go well, one day the bottom I got drop out. And we are so exhausted with the bucket going to the bottom of the well and knowing that one day the bottom I got drop out. And it feel like the bottom of the bucket, I drop out every week. So she said, Rush, how about we get more buckets? And I said, huh. She said the bottom of the bucket is going to drop out, So how about we get more buckets? So the bucket going to the well, maybe you can use bucket A this week, and bucket A tired, and you just draw for bucket B. And then, because enough of the time, we think is that we need a deeper well, or we need more water in the well, or we need, somebody by the well for no. Sometimes we just need more buckets. Yeah. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm not trying to be too hard on myself. I'm not trying to, you know, stress over things I don't have control over. I'm just filled with gratitude that I don't have to do it alone. And I know this is not the direction we're planning to go in. But another thing I want to say is that, like, when you think about your finances, right? And you think about where you are in your life, what you're experiencing financially or any alley right now, mentally, physically, is not a reflection of where you are. It's actually a reflection of where you're coming from, because your past is what you're experiencing now in the present. So, like your money, you could have a really bright future ahead financially, but you made some mistakes in the past. That's what you're feeling now. So nobody feel like your hope is lost and, oh my God, me I work out and me just start work out and me not see results. Yeah, but what you're really feeling now is where you're coming from. And it's not a true reflection of where you're going. It's not too late. So that's where I'm at right now, people. Trust me. I almost let go. But you got this. And God's got you. And if God not have you, that's not true. God always has you. So, yeah. Yeah. But to lighten it up, the other soundtrack of my life is a song. I sure outside with my girls this summer. You don't have a ring there. You don't have a mister. Someone know. Right. So, yes. So, now we're going to talk about one thing before we go into the next segment. And that is that Halloween is coming up. Okay. People, I was looking in the supermarket this week and I was just like, not supermarket, like what you would call that? Like a department store? Like a Fontana is like the equivalent of a department store. And me I say beer ghost and me I say beer something. And me I say, growing up in a Christian household, me never know nothing about Halloween. Like, I do not recall a time in which I felt comfortable saying, oh, it's Halloween. Hallow who? The only hallow I know is hallowed be thy name. The only hallow I know is hallelujah. The only hallow I know is glory to God. Halloween, your mother say in a ghost costume, and your mother say, take that off. In the name of Jesus, yeah, make Dopey take you over. Robocop, for those of you in Pentecostal church, pipe, shalamatala balamatalera palara panana. I didn't grow up in a Pentecostal church. My grandparents did not speak tongues, because them say if you speak tongues, somebody must be there to interpret it. You remember that? P, you remember that? Somebody talking in tongues in the church and they must say,
Who is going to interpret it?
so me not really know about the tongues, but with Halloween, I'm telling you this. I did not grow up like experiencing Halloween. So no, like my friend Chantel, she's like, oh, you're coming to Miami for Halloween. I said, hello, who? Hallowed be thy name. But what if I were to do Halloween? You hear me? I don't do Halloween, but me are gone. If I was to do it, what would my costume be? What would your costume be, mommy? Or you don't celebrate Halloween? But not the pagan them for true. But I would be I feel like I would want to do something cool. Like I feel like me and Chantel, hear me out, just imagine it. Me and Chantel should be Rihanna and A$AP Rocky. You see, that is what you guys do. But Halloween, no, but that is the thing. Old people, you see, old people very crazy. Because them things say Halloween costumes have to be scary. No, Halloween costume now is just a day to fashion, dress up. So for Halloween, you don't have to be like a ghost. You can be Rihanna, you can be who you would have be P? A principal? And not no, but this is you have to be a naughty principal. So you have to wear a little short skirt and say ha. But that is how you do it. Like for Halloween now, Halloween not scary again. Halloween is all about the Instagram. So I think I would be A$AP Rocky, but would I need a plait back wig. Cause you know him have plait. So would I need a wig? Yes, I do a wig. Yes, cane row it back. Cane row, mommy, jump up. Cane row. Lift up your cane roll. Your time. But would do a cane roll wig backways? I would angle that. But for those of you who are celebrating Halloween, tell us in the comments what you're doing for Halloween. Are you doing trick? Are you doing treat? Are you going out with your friends? And please, girls, you don't always have to be slutty. So yeah, you don't always have to be slutty for Halloween. But you know what? Freedom of body. Do what you feel like. Gala your choice. Don't make nobody judge you for your life. All right. So the next segment is dilemma. You know that I love when you guys send me questions. This is not something that somebody sent me. We got it from Reddit, right? So we're going to read the dilemmas and we're going to give advice. I have 2 dilemmas, but I'm going to break them up. So I'm going to do one dilemma and then I'm going to go into another segment and then I'm going to do this. So, hear what this person say. After 2 months of long distance, me in California, him in Vienna, after being together in person for 5 months, girl, what you say? After 2 months of long distance, after being together in person for 5 months, okay, so that's 7, it needed to happen, but I'm still so upset that I ended it. I wanted more, wanted him to move to the US and be here with me. He didn't know what he wanted. I miss him so much and it's only been 2 weeks. We're not talking right now. I know I need to move forward. He took me all over Italy and I met his family. I saw real life with him and was so happy, but when long distance started, it changed so much. I still want a life with him. Maybe the saying, if you love something, set it free is right. I hope we see each other again. So you mean for tell me...
Be nice.
I'm finding it.
It take you that long to find it?
It does.
So why you couldn't... I don't understand. Okay. She's saying that they've been long distance. She don't want to be long distance. He is not moving from Vienna and she is not moving from the US. So I guess it's not worth it. It's not worth it because if you tell me say you love him so much, why you can't move?
Oh, but Rush, I have work.
Okay, then you love the work more than you love the man.
Oh, but Rush, I have family.
Yeah, you love the family more than you love the man. You have priorities. You have to do what you have to do.
Oh, but Rush.
Oh, but nothing. You make your bed, you lie in it. Oh, we're not talking. All right then. Oh, I haven't seen him. You not have free flights. You can't take some miles. You not have... Wait, name there. What is name? Phone. You can't FaceTime him. Everybody do FaceTime now. You just put up like a FaceTime and you say, baby, me love you. And you look forward to it and you see him again in a month. You see him once a month. Come on. What's the issue? And then she have the gall for put at the end of it. Just venting. You don't have no friends? Honestly, people can't... I don't understand what the dilemma is. What's the dilemma? There's no dilemma. Like it... Anyway, I don't care. Sorry, I don't know what to say to you. If you love something, set it free. No, if you love something, you make it work. And if you really want to make it work, what you would do is figure out a way to see him every month or figure out a way to move. And also, you know how America say, you know the man can't move come America. You move to Vienna, you meet him family and everything. Unreasonable. Anyway, next dilemma. I want to do the next one right now. Change my mind. So I, 23 female, asked my former co-worker, mentor, 29 male, out for coffee as a woman. He is someone I worked with for over a year. We got along very well, and I always had a thing for him, honestly. Yo, on love money? Love man like dog. She love man like dog because what she mean she had a thing for him? You there work. Anyway, he initiated hugs multiple times and I always felt like he liked me. But there was some type of chemistry there. At least for me. After I left the job, once in a while he texted me, girl, come again. But there was some type of chemistry there, at least for me. After I left the job, once in a while, he texted me asking how I'm doing in university. But I never really initiated anything myself. I felt too shy. Half a year ago, he suddenly called me at a new workplace and we talked. He then ended the phone call by saying I should call him back. Then and then. I didn't because I felt too shy. A few days ago, it's been half a year since, I texted him and asked him, I know this seems random, but I just wanted to ask you if you would like to meet me for coffee. How can this be more than just coffee? Does he maybe see it as more than just coffee? Is it a date? Huh? Mommy, every time I say on the love man too much, you lift up your head. What is your issue? No, on the love man like dog. So you have this thing now where women need to decenter men. What do I mean by decenter men? You are 23 years
Man
old
is in the middle
and
of
you have a
everything you do.
co-worker mentor.
You wear a clothes,
Him
you
is
think about
29.
what will a man
and that
think?
man do
You
ask
go
you
into
on
a
a
job,
date,
you're
that man do
thinking,
tell you say,
what
I
will
like
my
you, that
male
man do say
co-workers
nothing.
think?
And you are come right on the World Wide Web for
you're
ask
no, I
me
don't
and
want
my
to eat
friend.
and mess up my mouth
If
because
that
I
man
will
like
look
you and if it is more than a
weird.
date, it is not more
Everything
than a
that you
date. The man
do
just checking
is
in
through
for
the
see if you're
lens
alright.
of
Him just a check in for
the
see if you're
male
alright.
gaze.
Oh, is it a date? That's
Oh,
what I
does
mean
he
by the
like
love
me?
man
No, he
like
doesn't
dog.
like
you and on the love man too much. Oh, it's just a phrase. It's just a phrase. Love man like dog. Yeah, dog. You know. Yeah, the love dog. Love man like dog. But yeah, it's just that thing about, even when you think about it, mommy, the clothes where you wear, you will not wear a clothes because you don't want to look like you're being, like you're trying too hard. Where that come from, how a man will view you. When you think about your friendships and why your friendships, some of your friendships mash up with your girlfriend them, what is it about? Man. But it's not saying a fight over man per se, but everything having the center of it, man. But I think it's how to grow up. Everything that you grow up thinking about is, how can I get a husband? You notice? You must learn to wash and cook and clean. Not because you need to wash and cook and clean for yourself, You need to learn to wash and cook and clean because if you don't learn to wash and cook and clean, you're not going to get no man. You wouldn't agree 100%, but think about the smallest, slightest things that you do and what it is in reference to. It's not in reference to self-growth. It's not in reference to how you view yourself and actualization. It's not in reference to even how you feel about your confidence or nothing like that. It's more so in reference to, what will they think about me? And you don't really care what other girls think about you. What you care about is how man think about you. Because you don't love man. No, I'm not letting it go because I have so many female friends. It's true. It is true, may I tell you. No, because you're evolved now and you're thinking about it differently. But honestly, truly, when you were younger growing up, just think about even, I want to change my hairstyle. Balling off your head, for example, right? You think about beauty. You don't think about how you view yourself as beautiful, You think about whether or not you will be a proper prospect to date. Yes.
Because if you're married, you think about.
If you're married, you think about.
You think about how everybody is not necessarily males, but just people at home.
Yes, but no, not if you're married, I'm talking about women generally and how they've been raised and socialized. It is about doing everything through that gaze. I'm not saying that everything that you're doing, you're just like, will a man like it? But even society is structured for men, So because everything is structured through a man's perspective and lens, you inadvertently don't realize it, but everything you're doing is true that, because a man say long hair nice, Woman not say long hair nice. A man say them like long hair. So all of a sudden now, I gotta get my wig because he likes me with my, break up your folly ground, man. Lift up your countenance. Anyway, so my advice to this young lady is, go and work on yourself. And you have a job, focus on the job. The man is not interested. Because if he was interested, he would have asked you a long time. 2 years have passed. Like, just relax. And if you have any dilemmas, concerns, questions, and queries, by the way, on a kill me email, and I love it. Email us at no NDA podcast at gmail.com or nondapodcast at gmail.com. And if you're leaving us a rating, leave us a rating of. No. I only heard one person say it, and that throws me off. If you're leaving us a rating, leave us a rating of. Thank you so much. And leave a comment too. We love it. So, I have 2 more things that are on the agenda. We have hot topics and we have a few questions. So, let's do the questions first based on the email. Somebody asked me in email, because they said that we didn't say it, why did you launch the podcast? And I have a funny story. It's actually not funny. It's really sad. I launched the podcast because people were dying, and it made me sad. I saw a very close family friend of ours about a year ago, she passed away, right? And she was the most lively, amazing, vivacious, full of life, full of energy person that I've ever met in my entire life. And I was just like so sad, right? Cool. Then somebody else that I know, Fidel, he passed away, 2 months ago? And I was just like, Fidel kept on telling me, start a podcast, start a podcast, start a podcast. And I said to myself, then look how Fidel dead with so much life and potential and all of this thing bottled up inside. Like he was singing, he had all these plans, and he was also encouraging me to do all of these things. I said to myself, but suppose I die tomorrow? And I called everybody. I said, we're starting the podcast in a week. I hope God spare my life. That's why I started the podcast. Because I always wanted to do it. And I did afraid say I did before I get to do it. No joke. That's really why I started it. That's why I started it. So last week I asked you guys for male guests. And if you have like anybody that you could suggest. And one question that people asked in the email and DM is, do you have any dream guests? Okay. So I have a list and I'm going to put it out there. I think 2 of them are possible next year. So I'm going to just put it out into the universe and hope and pray. Okay, I'm going to start big. Rihanna. I'm starting big. Rihanna is one of my dream guests. Rihanna, it's possible actually, because yeah, we're very, very closely separated. So like, yeah, I won't go into how, but Rihanna, Keke Palmer. You guys know Keke Palmer? I love Keke Palmer. I feel like Keke Palmer would be such a good guest. The 2 of us, I just think me and Keke Palmer would hit it off. Okay? Manifestations. Next one. This person followed me on Twitter and she deleted her Twitter account, but the other day I commented on her TikTok and she was like, oh my God, where have you been? Jackie Aina. Those who know Jackie Aina know. Jackie Aina is one of the OG influencers in the world. Like one of the biggest stars ever. Okay? Mia Motley, the Prime Minister of Barbados, dream guest, dream. If I could get Mia Motley to sit with me, if I could fly to Barbados right now and do an interview with Mia Motley, my life would be made. Okay. And last but not least, Cheryl Lee Ralph. People, you mean to tell me it's not possible? I think it is so possible. So I'm going to call it again without pausing. Rihanna, Keke Palmer, Jackie Aina, Mia Motley, and Cheryl Lee Ralph, my dream guests. And if I could do a live show with Keke Palmer in Jamaica, Kingston, Jamaica, live show at probably like Corley Auditorium or one of them. And live, yes. So I'm manifesting it. Keep your fingers crossed. Have this, we're going to look back at this footage and we're going to be like, from my lips to God's ears. So that's that. Then no, the other thing I saw online, somebody said, what's something that's common that shouldn't be? Think about that. What's something that's common that shouldn't be common? My first one is having children. Too many of you are having children. You shouldn't be having children. It's common, but it shouldn't be common. And I know the Jamaican government have a little thing when they might try to get people to have kids. Just slow your roll. Because who is taking care of those kids? Also, who can afford a child in this?
The ones who can afford it might not have it.
They said the ones who can afford it should have it. But you are forgetting that affording a child financially doesn't mean that you can afford a child emotionally. Oh, yes. A lot of people are not in the heart space or the mental space to have kids. And because of the way that the world is now, they're just like, oh, I don't have to. That's something that's common that should not be common. You know what else is common, speaking of kids? Having multiple kids with different fathers. No. Controversial. I know. Hear me out. So like Nick Cannon, right? Nick Cannon. I know you can... Yeah. Nick Cannon. Mommy, you know what I don't like about... Okay. What I don't like about the generation above mine, the podcast is called No NDA. And I said Nick Cannon, era. You have to call the man name? Yes. So, he has how many kids? 8? 6? 7? 10? 12? Several. He has several kids with multiple babies' mothers. And he's like, oh, I can afford it. Yes, you can afford it. But somebody is growing up without a father because you cannot be in several places at one time. So nobody come out, oh yeah, but I can afford it, this, that. He has how many? He has 12 children. 12 men went to spy in Canaan, 10 were bad and 2 were good. What did I see to spy in Canaan? 10 were bad and 2 were good. Some saw giants great and tall. Some saw grapes in clusters fall. Some saw God was in it all. 10 were bad and 2 were good. 10 have a father and 2 don't have a father. That is just the truth. You cannot grow up in a family where the father... Okay, think about Christmas. Christmas Day. Yeah, man, Father Nick drop off the present. But one of the children is seeing their father on Christmas Day and 11 kids. Where's daddy? Where's daddy? That's something that's common that should not be common. Something else. What's something that's common that should not be common? Story times on the internet. Sometimes I want to chat too much. I not to chat so much till on the chat shit. So I think story times are common, you know. But you see, unless you want to be judged, shut your mouth. Some of the things them in my life, you know, I might grieve, me I go with them, you know. Yeah, man, on the hear me talk and say, yeah, man, I do up the classroom and I put it in a bag and I throw it in a barrel. Yeah, but you will not know some of the things that happened to me because the world is just a place where a story time, no matter how well it was intentioned, no matter how you say, yo, I just want people to learn, I just want people to grow, I just want people for this, and it doesn't make sense because the people, them are go hold you, and so them are go hold you. So them hold the babies, so them hold the babies. So story times, they're common, but they shouldn't be common. Another thing that's common that shouldn't be common, overconsumption. We have this thing now where I buy 5 lip gloss and 4 cleanser and 3 makeup brush and 2 that and 6 Stanley cup, and capitalism is beating on a bad. And that is why I ball and dead for hungry. And that's why I say, oh my God, I don't have enough money to do the things. You don't need 27 pairs of things. People, one of the studio audience members just stepped in. Can we make some noise for Rochelle? Rochelle, I was just telling them that there's something that's common that should not be common is overconsumption. I have 17 million perfume. Rochelle wanna buy so many perfumes. Huh? But I remember one time, I'm going to tell a story. One time, I'm so licky, right? So one time I saw a perfume on TikTok when we went to, where did we go? Fort Lauderdale? Where we go, Rochelle? Florida. For my grandfather's wedding. Right. So me see a perfume when me see online, enough and love overconsumption. So I said, oh, I'm going to buy one of the perfumes, whatever. Perfume was nice, but I didn't need it. That's just the truth. And actually, I really did buy it for Rochelle, But I am so licky. I'm like, Rochelle, let's try the perfume. I did not need it. I did not want it. But overconsumption and just the whole idea of try on haul and unboxing and room tour and fridge tour and this tour and that tour. Oh, no love too much stuffs are gonna get on in trouble. So, something that's common that should not be common, having kids, overconsumption and story times and storytelling. Okay? Okay. Guys, I have one more segment. Are you excited? This segment is my favorite. It's Hot Topics. So, Hot Topics. If you're ready for Hot Topics, say Hot Topics. I don't like that. Why did you guys do it? No, I like it for true. Okay. So I was thinking about this and I want you guys to share your opinions with me. Are you, my mother is so contrarian. She moved from over there, so she go over there, so she go around the back, she come forward. I want to put her in a chain and tie her foot to a door. By the way, white people really did their big one with slavery. Why did they do that? Who thought of that as an idea? Who thought, you know what? We're going to take a set of people. Anyway, so I was thinking, do you think that people are persuaded to vote for a candidate in a political race based on celebrity endorsements? Now I was thinking of Kamala. First of all, is it Kamala? What's that sound? What is that sound? Mommy, what is that? Is it the chair?
No, I was opening something.
What are you opening? I'm giving you an opportunity to open it. Pause. Open it, man.
Sorry. I didn't know you were hearing it.
If you're hearing it, I'm hearing it. It's a quiet room. I don't understand her, You just hear crook. 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 You ever in a quiet place before and try to open a bag of chips? No, man. Back to what I'm saying. If I wasn't a professional yapper, I would have lose my train of thought. Is it train or trail? Train of thought?
P, you just had bad mouth.
Some people said chain, right?
Chain of thought. You make me lose my chain of thought. That not sound right. You make me lose my chain of thought. Break every chain, But please sit down. So what I'm saying is, Kamala Harris has decided to draw for the big guns. Taylor Swift, Usher, and most recently, Beyonce. And the thing is, do we believe that people are persuaded to vote on a matter of life or death based on whether or not a celebrity, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, would endorse the candidate? Some people. But here's the thing. There's another world of people that are not voting for you because you love too much fun stuffs. Them think that you're not serious, Kamala, whatever your name is. They think you're not serious because everybody knows that the biggest issue that a woman and a black woman would have in politics is people taking you seriously. So you don't have an issue with being likable, right? If you don't have an issue with being likable and we are not concerned about whether or not you're connected to culture and you're connected to what's hot and what's not. We're not concerned about any of that. Why do you keep leaning into that to show that you're one of the girls? We know you're one of the girls. We know you're cool. So in my mind, as much as I am persuaded to go along with her policies, I'm just like, are you doing yourself a disservice by leaning into what is cool and fun and hot and fun versus trying to be perceived as a more serious candidate? No, the other side of it is, but Rush, you don't have this expectation of Trump. But hear me out, and hear me out. Trump has been a president before. So there's a world in which people don't necessarily, they know what they're kind of getting, if you get what I'm saying. They know what I'm getting. It's either they choose or they don't choose. They know what they're getting. You've been a president before, you've done it for 4 years, and we're like, we either agree or we don't agree. We don't know you from a can of paint, lady. We don't know what you believe. Every question them ask you, so you dodge. You go over there, sir. You go over there, sir. Kamala, what are your views on this? Well. Kamala, what are your views on this? Well. Kamala, what are your views on this? Well. But I've Beyonce. Come on. Come on. I know so the people them hard pan you. You know them hard. Cecilia, I know you have an opinion. Just talk it. Tell me now. There has to be a balance. So you go and call. But as a black women don't have an issue with relatability. I don't believe that black women in politics, especially someone like Kamala, who smiles after every sentence. You don't have an issue with being relatable. So you don't need to go and call her daddy. You don't, daddy. Yo, my mouth nearly miss. You don't need to go and call her daddy. What you need to do is revive Barbara Walters and make she sit down and say, do you smoke crack? Them something they need her for. No, that Whitney Houston reference. Those who get it. Crack is whack. But yeah, you need a serious interview with a, not even Dan Lemon. Who should I get a good interview with? Boy. Dan Lemon. Or she need for revive up by Katie Couric and them girl there. Dan Rather. You remember Dan Rather? Dan Rather. You remember Dan Rather when Dan Rather asked you a question, you can't cry no because Dan Rather now move. Dan Rather don't care. Dan Rather say, how do you feel about the climate? So the other element I want to talk about with the US election, by the way, I'm not a US citizen and I don't have a horse in the race, except I have so many friends and family that live abroad, and I too have a visa. So I want to go to the land of the free and the home of the brave and walk without a dodge bullet. Come on. But the last thing is, Kamala, you are a part of an administration that supports genocide. And every time the people them ask her about it, she a dodge it. I mean, I like that. Because if you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. If you're standing for it, and you say, bona fire pan, whatever, then just say it. But something. So I'm throwing my hat out there right now, and I'm making a prediction. I'm making my prediction on No NDA, Nanda. I believe that the election will be won by Trump. I think Trump is going to win. Clap if you think Trump is going to win. P, turn around. No, she never said she wants him to win, you know. P, you think Kamala is going to win? I want her to. Yeah, I want her to too, you know. But she said she's not sure what's going to... I thought she had it in the bag probably like 3 months. How long ago she entered? I thought she had it in the bag a while ago, but no. I'm not really sure because if you have to draft for Beyonce, you're not really sure if you have it, if you have to draft for Beyonce. Who Americans say it more than a black man? A black woman? Black women are at the bottom of the pyramid, You can be anything man. You can be a anything man over a black woman in America. You can be any sort of man, any man, killer, robber, papa piece of killer, liquor, you can be anything before and still be ranked above. Them don't like black women. I don't like that. But anyway, comment down below and tell me who you think is going to win. This episode will come up before the election, so I'm really excited to see where we land. But since I'm not from America, I need to talk about some Jamaican news as well. Bob Marley and, what's your name? Louise Bennett. You know that we've been fighting for them to be national heroes. Well, our amazing Prime Minister, amazing to some, Prime Minister, okay to others, Prime Minister. I wish the road would have fixed, Prime Minister. He decided to announce that we are no longer going to worry about Bob Marley being a national hero, because guess what? Bob Marley and Louise Bennett will be a new category, national icons. That to me is what you call a cop-out. If you don't want to make them national heroes, just say that. Just say that. But to make somebody a national icon, on what basis? First of all, Bob Marley should be a national hero. Why should Bob Marley be a national hero? Because Jamaica is founded on culture. That is what makes us Jamaica. Our culture, right? Our cultural contribution to the world. Our contribution to the world is not political policies and freedom. Yeah? Cool. So, because that is in the fiber of who we are, Bob Marley should get that recognition. Louise Bennett, no, with the patois, she can get national icon. Nobody out the road don't know Louise Bennett like. Excuse me?
Based on what were all our national heroes chosen?
All our national heroes were chosen based on, if you look at it so far, our national heroes were chosen based on their contribution to our freedom and our independence. But if in truth and in fact, we're past that. So what you mean to tell me is that nobody can be a national hero? No, I'm not talking to you, you know. Which would mean that we would have to go through some rebellion right now and social unrest, and then Pauline would have to jump up and say, "Come, my people, let me free you." And then we'll say, "Oh my God, she's a national hero," which makes no sense. It doesn't make sense. It's a cop-out. Furthermore, you don't know Sam Sharp. You don't know Alex. We know Alexander Bustamante, and let's be real, that man don't like us. You don't know Nanny from a can of paint. That is not even Nanny face. That is not even how Nanny look. That a draw Nanny competition. You don't even know Paul Bogle. And you know Bob Marley. You know No Woman No Cry. You know Get Up Stand Up. You know One Love One Heart. You know Rita Marley and all she go through. You know the Three Little Birds sit by my doorstep. And you can't make the man a national hero? You can't even put the man on a money? Is he on any money? I don't like that. And Usain Bolt, you are up next. Usain Bolt is not a national icon. Usain Bolt is a national hero. Oh, but I don't support him lifestyle, and I don't know if he is this, I don't know if he is that. You don't know Nanny. You don't know Nanny. You don't know if you hear Nanny story or Nanny take. Okay. You don't know anything. So just relax yourself and make the people them a national hero. Last thing on our hot topics is, are you ready for it? I'm not sure if I'm ready. I'm not sure if I'm ready because I can't find it. Chat so much, say chat shit. Oh, Noah Lyles and Janelle Bramfield are engaged. Good for them. The word on the street was that Janelle was looking to get asylum through her allegations that she was being bullied and cannot come back to Jamaica, right? That was the word on the street, allegedly. I believe that. I genuinely do. But I also genuinely believe that the plan was always for them to get married and do it from a brand perspective, like be like a, what you call that? Power couple. But I feel like for it to be a power couple, there needs to be power. And it's... Eh, eh, oh, what? All right. Let me put it this way. You saw an opportunity to ride something. You definitely took advantage of it. The gig is up. Let's get back to running. That's how I look at it. I do take bullying very seriously on social media and, feeling unsafe and all of that. And if you did feel that way, which you said you do, so I believe you, that's unfortunate. But are we going to talk about it every week? If you start a foundation and you talk about it, me like that. Start an anti-bullying foundation, Janelle. But at this point, I think let's get back to running. Yeah. Studio audience, if you think she should get back to running, clap. If you think that she should, maybe she can run, She can run, but I don't know. But that's my thing. They're married, and I hope it works. I have a salt mouth, I have a goat mouth. And if I tell you guys what my premonition is, should I say it just for prediction's sake, Rochelle? Okay, I'm going to say it right now. This is my prediction. I believe that they are going to get married. I also believe that she is going to realize that her heart is into raising a family and she's going to have 2 kids for him and she is not going to run anymore and she's going to go into advocacy for skin, like color, because she's just like, oh, I want to raise kids that believe in themselves and whatever, and because of all that I've been through. And I also think that she's going to go into part-time modeling. That's what I think is going to happen. And I think that he is going to go on to be like a spokesperson for brands. And I think that he has only 1 more Olympics left in him. That's my prediction. Anybody believe? I have goat mouth. That's my prediction. He has 1 more Olympics left in him. He's going to ride it out. She's going to become a mom and she's going to focus on her family. And I don't even think that she's going to make the next team for Jamaica because she's not going to run. So, yeah. That's it. So in closing, let us read some tweets from you guys. I really don't get the opportunity to shout you guys out in real time because of the show and how we film and because we have guests and all of those things. So I thought it would be really cool to grab some comments and read them and shout you guys out. Special shout out to IDK on Twitter who said, no man, hashtag Nonda nice bad. RushCam is doing the thing with this one. It's really good content. Thank you so much, IDK from Twitter. Coco Butter said, the soundtrack to My Life is definitely Gracefully Broken by Tasha Cobbs Leonard. Oh, take all I have in these hands and multiply. God, all that I... Chorus. Here I am. God, arms wide open. With my arms wide open, God. Okay, this person, Samantha Shields 31 on YouTube, said, another amazing Nonda episode, Rush. Oh my God, I love Tara. She's really an awesome person. Love you too, Rush. Can keep the episodes coming. I am not a big podcast person, but Nonda got me hooked. Oh, I love that you're hooked. Nobody hook off now, Hook on. Hooked on phonics. Really happy for that. Thank you, Samantha Shields 31. Purposely Chosen on TikTok said, She said this about the video we were talking about Pop the Balloon. She said, but truth be told, doing Pop the Balloon and doing an interview like this is kind of the same thing. Purposely chosen, you're purposely chosen to be blocked. You chat too much. Because you mean for tell me, say Pop the Balloon where you stand up and make people judge you is the same as being on the top podcast in Jamaica? Don't make joke. Don't make joke. I sick and tired of you. Asher Tafari says, Nanda nice, proud of RushCam and the turnaround he has had in his career and with his YouTube channel. What do you mean turnaround? Thank you for the compliment, but like, what do you mean? Like, Russia, what do you mean turnaround? That means I'm find it back. You know what? You're absolutely right. Because left to my own devices, I'd be in a drive-thru right now singing foolishness and eating food and doing mukbangs. So glory to God that we're here. no, dead ass. Who else now? Dimitri Mori on TikTok says, as a praise and worship leader, boy, we can sing one new song. If we did a listen to gospel on YouTube during the week, maybe you'd be familiar with a few of the songs. Because me and Netanya were saying that we don't know the new songs. Okay, so let me explain to you. What name Dimitri how YouTube works. You go in it and you type what you want to listen to. And you cannot type into YouTube gospel songs I don't know. Can I learn them? You type into YouTube, Mary Mary Shackles. You type into YouTube, I Can't Give Up Now. So it doesn't mean that we're not listening to gospel. It just means we're not listening to your gospel. And if you're so great at praise and worship and you got your degree and everything, teach us the songs. Moving on. Steph underscore Steph 876 on YouTube. She's one of my original subscribers. Like I see her face in all the comments. Love her. Big up yourself, Steph. She said, for all the OG people, we know this has been coming from the days of leaving law school to support I'm reading what I want to hear. I can't read, Let's go. Rat, bat, cat. Let's start over. For all the OG people, we know this has been coming from the days of leaving law school. I never leave law school, people. To start off in the content creation world in his grandfather's house, doing some videos even in the bathroom. If you know, you know. To the first podcast with his mom, discussing their mother-son relationship. Listen, I'm so happy for you, Rush, and this podcast, because I'm always gonna enjoy listening to you and the conversations. Always so good. Thank you so much. And if you know where I'm coming from, Lila Ike style, you know that I used to take a shower curtain. My mother left a shower curtain at my house. My grandfather's house, a blue and white shower curtain. She had it in her old apartment when she used to live in Mobile, and she left it there for some reason. And I was like, oh my God, I need a YouTube background. My grandfather had one of those closets that, the built-in closets in the wall that go all the way across the wall, the board ones. That not the ones with the louvers in a lever. Not the one with the little see-through. The one that built in a wall. And I remember I used to get like 4 thumbtacks, and I just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I used to set up the camera. I used to use my phone against the there, and that's where I used to shoot YouTube videos. And to the point where when I got serious, if I was talking about a serious topic, people would be like, oh, the blue and white background come up now. So, say, Rush, I give you something serious. And to know that I'm coming from that to being in a studio with 3 cameras, a monitor, another monitor, studio audience, chair that is white, background, plants, like lighting, all of those things, and no dogs barking in the background. The way I feel blessed, you wouldn't even begin to understand. And it is the biggest blessing that I've had to be able to join or be on a journey and everybody join me on it. Because if you know where I'm coming from, say, when I look at where I'm coming from. So thank you so much. And special shout out to my friend Joanna. She's my first friend. She sent me a photo from Grenada. She went into Apple Podcasts and it had popular shows and they had suggestions, and it had Nondapodcast, No NDA podcast, Shits and Gigs, and some other big podcasts, right? And it was there in popular shows, and she was like, I'm so proud of you, and I'm so happy to see you live your dream. And so I'm very grateful, and I thank you guys always. Yeah. So if you enjoyed this episode as much as I did, this is for the yappers. Yap, me spit on the mic a while ago. You say, oh my God, I can't believe I do that. It's the braces, you know. But this one is for the yappers. So thank you so much for watching. And remember to use the hashtag NondaNice. I love it. And you can use hashtag NondaPodcast. And if you have any queries, complaints, no complaints. I don't take complaints. But if you have any queries, suggestions, concerns, suggested guests, send us an email at nondapodcast. Oh, yes. At gmail.com. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Tell us what was your favorite part of the episode. Leave your comments because you just might be featured in one of the videos. So excited that you guys are here. Have a good one. See you guys next week. And I hope you guys let me know who you're voting for. Bye.